Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News, CNBC News, and NBC Sports Radio Station AM 1050, FM 106.5, KCAA, home to the Asian Oprah, number one talk in the IE. Streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, Audible, Amazon Music, Tiki Live, Rumble, Podchaser, Spreaker, Streaker, and more. Why so many places? I want to maximize my splatter zone for more hope and happiness. So there's no headlines here. And if you're looking for the headlines, they're playing everywhere. And always they bring you to 4 A's: anxious, afraid, angry, and aggravated. I don't want you to start your day like that. This morning show starts with breakfast, and breakfast with my guests this morning. I am so glad that I have two. One you've seen already this past month. She is the woman that put me on the map as a celebrity model with her beautiful fashions. I have one of her jackets on here. She is about to she's made already the top 5 of the Style Icon competition with Elton John, and she has her running mate. No, I'm kidding. She has one of her best friends in studio. She invited him. His name is David Levine, and we're gonna have a full introduction after breakfast. What I do at the top of every show is take a bite of my gratitude sandwich as a way also of getting to know my guests. Top of the bun is, what are you grateful for when you look out around you here? And on the bottom of the bun, which we do before we go to bed, which is looking down and saying, what do I like about myself? What am I grateful for inside of myself? So that's what we're going to start with. And then you'll get a sense of my guests, and then we'll have the formal introduction, and then we have lots to talk about because this is a show today centered around creativity. And I drink creative juices every morning. So that's what we're going to do. And I'll start it off. I am grateful that I live in Southern California. It is, I'm solar powered. I love waking up and looking at the ocean of abundance, and I'm really grateful that I get to do that. So what are you grateful for, Beatta?
I'm grateful for having beautiful trees all around my house and having beautiful view, and my new deck that I can just go outside and breathe and do my yoga and meditate on. It's such a pleasure to do that.
Beautiful. David, what are you grateful for?
I am grateful that I get to be able to design and create for people, and that so many people that I'm finding an audience that really I can actually make a difference and do some great things in their life.
Beautiful. I am grateful for flushing toilets.
Yeah.
It's not something that everybody has, certainly when you travel, you find that out. And I think it's one of the creature comforts that sometimes we take for granted. So I'm gonna say that, especially since I just had the plumber come over because it wasn't flushing properly. And there's nothing like something that doesn't work to make you really appreciate when it does work. Beatta, what are you grateful for?
So I'm also grateful that I have artistic abilities and visionary, abilities as well, that I can create for people and see people come alive and be happy with something that enhances them and brings the best out of them.
Beautiful. David?
Yeah, I'm grateful that that there's hope for the world. In these times when it feels very, very difficult, that there is hope. And I'm meeting really interesting through my events that I've been having, and through the people that I've been meeting. I am meeting the most wonderful people who really have a lot of hope and really have a lot of positivity, because the world is going through such a very difficult time for so many, and for just worldwide. So I'm really grateful that I'm in a place where I'm meeting great people and can really make a difference with these people, can really create design and lifestyle. And I'm grateful that I have Beatta in my life, because she's such an amazing person.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
I'm
me,
liking
David.
you.
I thought you were talking about me, not Beatta.
Well, wait a minute. Because you keep going back and forth. I had to save something for the next round of it.
Okay. Good answer. Good answer.
I'm a little slow. I can't do everything at once. I have to, you have to be special. I can't add you in with something, something else.
That's right. All right, let's go to the bottom of the bun. Okay, and the bottom of the bun is, what do I like about myself? And the reason why I do this is weightlifting for self-love, self-care, self-soothing. We do live in a world, David, right now that hope is not swinging internal. And I'm grateful that my honorable moniker, Oprah, brought the whole attention to mental health to the forefront. However, a lot of people are reaching for things, people, and places outside of themselves to soothe themselves. And why we do the bottom of the bun is that if you can't approve of yourself, how the fork do you expect anybody else to? So this is weight training for you to say, you know what? I like this about myself, instead of, before you go to bed, oh, I didn't get this done. And oh, I forgot to do that. And oh, I got a compliment, but oh, look at all the criticism I got. So this is why we do the bottom of the bun. And I'll start it off by saying I appreciate that I can, I'm a good mom 88% of the time, and a good grandmom. My grand dog son is on his way to surgery right now for a bulging disc in his back. And I was so touched. My daughter actually called me, and she's the tough one that doesn't need anybody. I wonder where she got that from. And so she actually called, and I said, Pablo, and apparently he recognized my voice. They're up in San Francisco. So a little prayer right now for safe surgery, $11,000, for my grand dog son's bulging disc that's going to get taken care of. So I appreciate that, I get signals like that I didn't do a bad job as a mom or a grandmom right now, even if it's a fur grandbaby. What do you like about yourself, Beatta?
There's few things, and I like to always be grateful and appreciate the positive. I'm such a positive and happy attitude most of the time, but I do get down with reality. But what I like about myself that I can list today is that I try to snap out of it really quickly and look at, even if it's the smallest, positivity to enhance and change the attitude for the whole day. So I'm very grateful that I have been asked to be a major designer for the movie that it's shooting right now in Los Angeles. The movie has beautiful story with the main actress that I'm dressing for every scene, who is actually diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And her wearing my clothes and feeling so beautiful in it. And when she said that I'm giving her hope, it just warmed up my heart. So I love that I can give that to someone that needs it. So it's stranger, but it felt like I touched her heart, and she was not a stranger anymore.
Beautiful. Oh, that warms my heart as well. Bless you and her. All right, David, wrap us up. What do you like about yourself?
Well, I like about myself the fact that I feel like I have been evolving, and that when I actually look at things, I'm able to look at all three sides of the coin. And while it's difficult being a Gemini that way, at the same time, I have to say that I really don't just I'll react and I'll have an opinion, but I always tend to bounce back and look at the other person's opinion and look and see where the judgment of the balance is in what could be real, because who knows what's really real. And
Right.
I'm grateful that that's the way I design. I kind of look at possibility, and then I don't rush into a decision about what we do. I kind of create with it, So I
Yes.
like the fact that I'm able to bond. I'm kind of like a Zelig with designing with people, and I kind of like that. I like that I feel like I have empathy, and I like that I draw people that I know definitely have empathy.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, my guest in studio live today, for joining me for breakfast, and all of you out there. We do have someone in the cashew gallery, my version of the peanut gallery. April is here. Good morning. Sometimes she puts in her own gratitudes there, but please don't put in your gratitudes if you're driving. Wait till you get somewhere safe if you're listening on the AM/FM side. But you know how I love to start our day, always in the most positive way. Thanks for joining us for breakfast. And now for the topic of the day. We have in studio today David Levine, or Levine. Is it Levine or Levine?
It's actually Levine.
Levine. Oh, I got it right the first
Yes.
time. For over 30 years, David Levine has offered architectural and interior design to discerning clients throughout Southern California. David won, and I'm so glad Beatta sent this to me. I didn't know this, HGTV's Designers Challenge, and has recently received an award to the prestigious A Design International Product Design Competition. Awareness of the importance of the detail of a luxurious experience. I'm going to add in life. Life is way too short not to feel luxurious. It allows David to successfully integrate form, function, and timeless elegance into each of his designs. His brand includes furniture, wall coverings, area rugs, lighting, and he's got this one chandelier that is absolutely gorgeous that you're going to have to go see when I do a book signing there. Lighting and fabrics, and that is welcome to my studio for the first time, David Levine. Welcome to the studio, David.
Well, thank you. It's a great honor to be there, and thank you for having me.
Of course. And then you know her, but for those who did not get the first dose of her in my interview with her last week, she's the founder. Beatta Storey is the founder and designer of Beatta J Collection, a conscious luxury brand blending art, sustainability, and I don't know my glasses, and timeless elegance. Her designs, now celebrated on distinguished global runways from Dubai to Los Angeles, I was at the LA one, have earned her multiple recognitions. Each Beatta J piece, created locally with integrity and soul, embodies empowerment, compassion, and modern refinement, proving that fashion can be both beautiful and transformative. Please welcome back to my studio, Beatta Storey. And I'll add a distinguished, she is the first designer that I have ever modeled their clothes, because I'm a closet designer, closet stylist, and the number one guess people when they meet me is that I am a fashion designer and or stylist, and I say thank you very much, and therefore I've chosen not to wear anyone else's stuff because frankly I like my stuff. But when I was a judge at a fashion show for Layla, RLC talent agency, and she does a whole bunch of, I was just in the magazine, you were in the magazine.
Yes.
We'll have to get David in the magazine, but I saw her stuff and I went, wow, I want some of that. And we got together, and it's been a love affair.
Yes.
Since then, I've worn, you've seen on my social, everywhere I go, when I wear her jackets.
That looks beautiful. That looks so awesome.
Did you notice I put a
Oh,
little?
I love the color with that. It's just amazing.
There you go.
That.
So, and I first time LA Fashion Week, and then she invited me to David's art gallery space in Beverly Hills / Hollyweird, and it's so it's the color in there. David is spectacular, and I hope you enjoyed the little video that I put together of me.
Oh, it's
in
amazing!
there.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. It was delightful. So, welcome back to Beatta Storey. It's so wonderful to have so much creativity in the studio. Oh, and we have, wonderful, streaming from Uganda, Africa. Thank you so much. I'm guessing you are a friend of Jean-Baptiste, who streams regularly from Africa, who is part of the group. One of my favorite guests after 1,511 podcast shows was Frederick, who got his arms chopped off by the Rwandan in the Rwandan genocide. And instead of, going away or nursing his wounds, he started a rehabilitative center in Rwanda for people like him. And that to me is, exactly the kind of guest that I like to have. And look at now we have Marvin coming in and saying hello to us from Africa. So I'm so grateful. I love, I'm getting chills. I love my show, 706 consecutive weeks later. And I just got the great news. They're putting me back on the #1 slot, 8 a.m. drive time on my NBC News radio channel. So that's super.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. So, the creative. So let's start with this. David, I asked Beatta this already, so I'll ask you. Did you know when you were a kid that this is what you would be doing? Like, any idea?
Well, yeah, I was doing it as a kid. I was designing. You couldn't take me anywhere that I didn't move things. My mother would go and she'd take me to her friend's house. They'd go in the kitchen for coffee. At 4 years old, I moved furniture around in the room, and they'd come in, and my mother would be so embarrassed. But I was building with. My toys were always blocks or construction paper or, there were all Legos and American plastic bricks and Lincoln. And I was always building buildings, and I was always designing furniture, and I was always doing art. I was always painting and drawing. So it was obvious that I was always going to do something in the arts no matter what. And now I've combined it all together, so I do architecture, interior, furniture, fabric, wall covering design, and I import from all over the world. I get to bring the best stuff, like you were saying, that chandelier. I get to bring the best stuff and work with the best craftsmen in Italy and Spain and Portugal, and it's just. But it was inherently in me, and I just I breathe and I design. It's like, yeah.
It's part of you. How wonderful is that? How wonderful is that? It's funny and not, hashtag accidental, not accidentally. Beatta had the same answer, and more often than
and
not,
are very similar. Actually, I have to be honest.
We're like brother and sister from a different mother, I think.
Yeah, and that's
but I'm not a
mother.
From a different mother. We're brother and sister from a different. From a different.
Yeah. And Beatta and I are too.
On the step, actually. Maybe it was the same mother. I don't know.
Who
knows? Probably not with me, though.
Well, I don't know. As I get to know you, there's some, I'm liking you. Yeah, I like a lot,
That's hilarious. And yes, and so we're continuing this love affair next month when David kindly invited me to come and do a book signing and give a talk on happiness. Right now, the working titles are From Bah Humbug, yes, to Joy to the World, or If You're Happy, Let Your Face Know. That's a very popular title for the talks that I do. But stay tuned. We're working on the date, but that will be early December. We're all going to invite you to have a holiday party at David's great space. You'll have to come. And I know we're supporting several nonprofits, including mine. So, bring your wallet too, because it's really important to, during the season of giving and the season of joy, to remember who we are, that we're humankind, emphasis on kind. And then you'll be able to take a piece of Beatta or a piece of David home with you and me to remind you of how beautiful life is. So there's your commercial.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah. So how long ago did you guys meet?
We met beginning of this year through our mutual friend, Alex.
Yeah.
And I think we clicked really quick. I mean, the first time we met, we started talking and we started opening up, and it felt like which I have the same with you, Marissa, that I've known David for a long time. And then we had one night that we just kept talking, and it was so late, it was midnight, and we didn't even realize we were sitting at his beautiful showroom and sharing our life, with each other and opening up. And it was just such a beautiful moment. Like, we felt like we are brother and sister. It was just beautiful connection. And we knew from that point on that there must be a reason why we met, and we're going to do something great and artistic together. So collaboration is definitely common.
Yeah. And
one makes 11.
What was that?
1 + 1 = 11.
Yes, exactly.
Ah, that's very good. I like that, David. That's a whole nother level of synergy, right?
Yeah.
That synergistic formula, 1 + 1 = 3, but I like 11 better.
Yes.
That's really good. I'm going to steal that. I'm just putting together the Instagram announcement that we're on live. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not ignoring you. But good. We're done that. The question now is, when you are designing, like, this is for, I always like, people to learn when they tune in here. And I believe that everyone has more creativity than they give themselves credit for. They have more, that they're constantly being inspired, but not necessarily tuned into that inspiration because they're so worried, or, a perfectionist. I'll be happy when. So what do you guys do to get into that place of inspired design?
Go ahead, David.
I can't put myself there. I just am there, or I'm not, and there are times when it just doesn't come out, there's times when, and then there's other times when it's incredible. Things just flow, and I don't even know where they came from. The creative process is very. I don't know how to explain it, because there's no method to it. But I think, and I would say when I'm in a good place, it's good. But sometimes I can be in a really bad place, and that will inspire some creativity too, because it'll push something else, and the reaction to that can create something as well. So I just think it comes from wherever it comes from.
Beatta?
Yes, I think David described it. I think that's why I see we're so connected, because many times emotional feelings motivate some type of idea, creative idea in my mind. And like David said, you can't force it. You can't just do it on a snap. Why don't you create something? We have to feel it. Everything comes from just really emotional state. And so many things affect us. And I think as artists, it could be as simple as going outside and looking at nature. It could be as simple as seeing a beautiful, reflection of light. into whatever you're looking at, and that just spikes the entire idea of creativity. Then I see, oh, I want to do this and that, and I wake up in the middle of the night and I have an idea. So it's hard to say where it comes from. I think it's the artistic mind that just constantly creates, and then you just, and then if it's a blank mind, you just have to let it be and accept it. So.
Right. The writer's block, we're familiar with for writers like me, and times where it just flows and I can write a 1,500 word article that I just did for the ACCA Journal in Beverly Hills. And then other times you sit down and, it is my BS, my belief system, that emotions, where in the past I was told, don't be so sensitive, or, you're so dramatic, or don't, just calm down and don't be so. Actually, that is also tied to, I think, David, you mentioned, that tortured soul a little bit, that like emotional, actors talk about it. And it's this misunderstood or misunderstanding that your ability to be emotional, is not a bad thing. If
No.
you cut off the sadness and the depression or the anxiety, you also cut off the exhilaration and the happiness and the peace, right? That's it's like a dumb waiter of emotions. The door's closed this way, right?
Yeah.
So
it's the other
it's
side. You have to have both sides, or you don't have a side. And one thing I think I have to have something to play against. Like if I would stand at a blank canvas, it's too terrifying, and the creativity process wants to cut off. But like my stepfather was a very, very fine artist and very great artist, and he would when he was gonna look at a blank canvas and it was like nothing was happening, he would take the dirty paint water from his brushes and he would just throw it with his hand at the painting, at the square, or the canvas, and then it would inspire something. And I've always done that. Then just do anything, just fight that fear and just draw a line, put something on top of something, take a paper cup and turn it, twist it and throw it. Whatever, you have to have something to play life against. And the dark side and the light side, however you want, negative, positive, unhappiness, happiness. An actor has to feel all of that, or they can't act. Otherwise you just play the same part. You just stand around and smile. And that's not why we're born.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely. Beatta, you were going to say something.
Yes, I was about to say that I completely agree that if we don't have the sadness, then we don't know what the happiness is. So don't be afraid of showing your emotions, even if you're going through a sad time. These are just the human emotions, and we should allow ourselves to feel it, because that also grows inside of us. We become better people. We learn about how to deal with that, and many times we get motivated by that.
Yes. And I think that's a critical point, is that now that we're in tune and we're acknowledging that, there are dark nights of the soul. And I reference nothing against Simone Biles, nothing against anyone who, Naomi, who really helped normalize the conversation about mental illness or mental health. But Caleb Dressler, or Kessler, I'm going to butcher his name, the gold medal swimmer, right? Whose interview just struck me when he said, I had just gotten a gold medal and I came back to the States and went into this worst state of depression, beating myself up, thinking I'm unworthy, thinking that life was not worth living. And I was like, okay, so this is now not a bad thing, in the sense that you can use it as a springboard to become a creative expresser. And that's the message. I'm so glad you led me right into that, because that's the message when I bring creatives on that I want you to hear, is that it's not something to be fixed necessarily. Pain in life is mandatory, right? Suffering and sitting on your couch and not taking a shower and not opening your mail is suffering, right? What we can do with that pain is, as David said, don't be afraid. Fear stands for future events already ruined. If you can't use that discomfort to galvanize your assets to get out of bed, go get dressed in your best outfit after a shower and use that emotion to throw something on a canvas, right? To go take a blank canvas out into nature, as Beatta's saying, start sketching. What did you doodle when you were a kid, right? That's revisiting. We all have that creative force.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Unfortunately, our society tries to often take it away from people. We're taught, many of our schools teach not to be creative. I mean, I remember my kindergarten teacher, I mixed this, my purple's my color, you know, dark purple. And I mixed that in the project, right? You know, because I wanted that color, I needed it, right? And my teacher was mad at me because we were supposed to use the primary colors of the powder paint that were there, you know, and they used to beat people's who were left-handed with the roller to use the right hand. But the creativity for these people comes from the left hand. So we're taught to look at the world, but people are jealous of creativity. And so we have to watch not to let people take our creativity away. If somebody thinks we have a bad idea, so what? If somebody doesn't like something we do, so what? I was always so worried, but like, is somebody going to like my design? Is somebody not going to like it? And now I look at, well, of course I want people to like it, but I have to design what I think is right and not listen, to people who are negative or take, but like I said, synergy is synergy. 1 and 1's 11. But when people when people put things out and they can add to it, but an artist has to discern what to take and what not to take, and not to be insulted by anything, because it really, in the creative process, doesn't matter what anybody else thinks.
That's right. That's right. One of my past guests wrote the best-selling book, What You Think of Me is None of My Business. Dr. Carrie Cole Whitaker. And I'm looking at the time. It's gone already so quick. I need to take a quick break for news, weather, and traffic, and a word from our sponsor. So don't go away. We will be right back with more.
I'll miss you.
Take my advice. I'll miss you too, David. Take my advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show, live with my very special guests this morning, Beatta Storey and David Levine. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Well, she has been dubbed the Asian Oprah, and she just wants all of us to be happy.
Dr. Marissa, aka the Asian Oprah, says the most important thing you can choose is choosing to be happy.
You are tuned into my weekly talk radio TV show called Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa.
That's the idea for Dr. Marissa Pay's new book called 8 Ways to Be Happy.
Many of us say, I am my own worst critic. Nobody's harder on me than I am. And my response to that is, stop it. Why are you doing that to yourself? You have to be your biggest fan, because if you can't at the end of the day say, I did a good job, who is? We don't have to constantly be angry at the things that are wrong. Why don't we choose to be happy about things that are right? We have the choice. That's our muscle. And life is so amazing if we can see it.
back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And we're back. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind, home to the Asian Oprah, number one talk in the IE. Thank you very much. Going back into my 8 a.m. drive time slot as we speak and streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, and of course my YouTube TV channel, which if you give me the finger, this one, not the other one, free subscribe, you'll get an alert every weekday morning. I still have my weekends. Every weekday morning here in studio live on my YouTube TV channel, which now has over 4.2 million impressions. So grateful. Those who said this show that does not talk about the headlines, politics, or religion, or gossip, or scandal wasn't going to last more than a year, and over 13 years later, I'm still here. So bless you and the horse that you know. I'm just kidding. I'm so grateful that I still have this platform. Also, because I get to bring super fun, amazing guests to introduce to you and to give you some advice on how to have a happier life. And today is no exception. We have in studio Beatta Storey, who does sustainable designs. If you could feel this, it's the most amazing material. All of her pieces have a philanthropic message connected to it. These are tigers. You can't see them, but trust me, they're tigers. They're to help. What's the name of the foundation?
Lions, tigers, and bears.
That helps save and preserve those that are the animals, beautiful animals that are on the extinction list. And David Levine, whose home on La Cienega is so colorful that it makes me look plain. So that's my Dr. Marissa's tagline for you. It's a beautiful space. That's going to be home to my next, I believe. Yep, my next book signing and my next talk in December. And so I'm so happy to have him in studio. He's the winner of HGTV's Design Award. And speaking of awards, Beatta is up for Style Icon. And I wanted
now. We've got to vote. You've got to vote.
You're back to you were number one.
I was number 2 for the longest
time. And then
time.
You went to number 2. And all you do is here's the
I think I'm number 1 right now. So,
okay. So I'm gonna put this in the chat for everybody to go. You get a free vote. And
I do every vote. So I thank everyone, and I include everyone on the thank you list when I win. So thank you so much. Or even if I don't win, thank you for support.
Yeah. So it's very easy. I pulled this up for a reason. You just verify and you just do this very easily, and I'll vote for the day. I started posting this when you were top 20. And I will take a little tiny bit of credit because people were very happy to support you. You're currently in first. There you go.
Yes. And tonight I get through at 7 p.m. So only one person, the first one, runner-up.
Right? It ends tonight.
Yes, at 7 p.m. So please.
Wow, 9 hours.
Anybody who wants to donate $10, it's towards the Elton John Foundation to fight AIDS. It's tax deductible. You'll receive a letter with the receipt. So you can contribute. You don't need to have a Facebook account if you decide to spend $10, $15, $20 to buy votes.
Yes. So go and vote. I had no idea it was ending tonight. So I'm so glad you're currently in first. Let's keep it going. This is from Elton John's foundation to support victims of AIDS and AIDS research, as I understand it. She started as one of 800 and then made it into the first, second, third, fourth cut. She's now currently in first out of 5. So go and vote, please. Support my favorite fashion designer.
Thank you.
Yeah. David, HGTV, how did that come about?
I was actually in a shop, and I was purchasing something for what I was working on, and I started talking with the I talk with everybody. So I'm talking about the cashier, about my work, what I just, and some guy comes over to me and says, "My God, I've never seen anybody with such passion, and what you're talking about is intriguing me." And my wife's, a producer for Designers Challenge. Yeah. So would you do one? And I'm like, well, I've never done one, but okay, it's a possibility, And he put me in touch with her the next day, and then and the room was quite interesting because when I saw, they send you a video like to show you what the project would be if you took it, and you have the option of saying yes or no. And I looked at this project and I said, no, I can't do this. It's like the house, the dogs were humping in the background. These big, I mean, the project, it seemed crazy. Like I thought, do something like this mainstream is, And then the producer said, you have to do it. If you meet the people, you'll see. It's you can pull this off. It's a real challenge. But she said, I don't have anybody strong like you, and I said, no. So I went and met the people, and as soon as I met them, I saw I could do something that was like outrageous and pull it off. It was exactly what I want to do. She was right, and so we did it, and I did win, and we did build it, and the people still have the kitchen now, 10 years later. So
That's so great.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's great. I want to pull up my Instagram to show you that video, which allows those who are tuned in on my YouTube TV or Roku to actually watch and see, because it's one thing to describe what it is, but to actually see, it's so magnificent. Let's see if I can do this easily. I don't have it on share yet, but yeah, it's tell people where it is.
What?
Your
on the showroom.
That's a better word.
I have a showroom and my design offices. We do architecture, interior, furniture design, fabric, and we have the showroom, which is mostly imported lines, but also my own furniture designs and wall coverings. But we're over on La Cienega. We're between Melrose and Santa Monica Boulevard. And we're across from Nobu Restaurant. We're at 918, which is really interesting because 18 is the Kabbalah high, and 8 is the number of infinity, and 9 plus 9 equals 18. So we're at 918 North West Cienega Boulevard between Melrose and Santa Monica. And we're actually in LA, but we're across the street is West Hollywood. We're in the design center area. Yes.
Yeah, I knew it was somewhere in there. And you can see, if you're looking, there you are. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. The chandelier.
Yes, there's the chandelier.
Showing the wonderful fashions. Yes.
Yes. And just look at the background. There's me and you. There's one particular shot at the end. I just love this painting. Here we go. Right here, where I'm sitting. Look at how gorgeous that is.
Yes.
Wow, so, you look like you belong in that show. We have to get it to your house right away. We have to send it right over.
And what was the name of the beautiful woman who did my portrait?
Oh, Kathleen. Yes.
Gorgeous.
Catherine.
She did such a good job. And you see Beatta's fashions here. I wore that cape to Samuel L. Jackson's award ceremony.
Oh my God!
I wore that. He won the Quincy Jones, and I met Quincy Jones' daughter there, and told her that her father had flirted with me in Chinese, not once but twice. And Samuel Jackson's wife was not surprised that had happened. He said, 你很漂亮 in Chinese twice when I interviewed him on the red carpet. So Quincy, the secret's out. But I really wish he had asked me out before he passed. I have to take it up with him when we go to the other side. But yes.
Back for a night.
Pardon?
Maybe we can bring him back for an evening.
I'll do my best, David.
That's not too much to ask, is it?
No.
No, and that's what I actually posted yesterday. People who say that the holidays are very difficult for them because it makes them remember that the people are not there. We lost them, and I say no. You'll never lose anyone. That expression I know is meant to, I'm sorry for your loss. It's a nice expression, but it really is not accurate. People are not lost. We know exactly where they are. We all come from love. We all go back into love. That's where they are. We're all going there. So we and like David said, you can see them anytime.
Yeah.
They're always there.
Always.
And sometimes you think you're imagining that they're there, but no, they're there. And
I think that's the way they speak to you. When you think you're imagining, that's exactly how they communicate.
Sometimes I know where the help that I've needed comes from, and if you tell anybody, they go, what? But it's.
Oh, you can't destroy energy, and we're all energy balls. So, it's undestructible, right?
Yes,
And
absolutely.
that one series of paintings in my showroom by a Colombian artist, Alex, you have to come and see them. So these paintings are moving through time because he believes all time is one time. And so there are series that are created on the theory, his interpretation of Renaissance paintings, but the technique that he's created is a movement in time. So the painting is going from where it was forward and backwards, and we're seeing it at one point.
That's great.
Wow. Parallel universe.
Parallel universe. Yes. Yeah.
There's no time. There's no time in the universe. So, we created time.
Yeah. And for people who are reluctant woo-woos like me and roll their eyeballs when you hear that we're all energy, I have a little analogy that convinces even the most reluctant woo-woos, which is if you think about life, when a person's in the hospital and they are brain dead, are they still alive? Yes, they are. Those on a ventilator, are they still alive? Yes, they are. What is the moment of death? The moment of death is when this, which is your energy, right, is this. That means your energy has passed out of your body. So don't tell me that we're not energy, because that is the definition of who we really are.
Yes.
And the science community is picking up on quantum physics a lot now. And all of this that we always talked about, that people said, oh, we're finding out is real.
Yes. I was about to say the same thing. The quantum science proves it is. So there's even skeptics, that it's hard for them to keep that opinion.
And it's exactly the reason why we connected and why you and David connected and why me and David now are connecting, is that you meet some people and you just naturally are attracted. That's the energy. You don't know anything about them, right? But you get this feeling. That's what the energy is. But a lot of us have deadened our receptors, and that's what being okay is. How are you? I'm okay. How are you? I'm fine. Well, you know what fine stands for, right, David? Do you know what fine stands for? Effed up,
please
irrational, neurotic, and emotional. That's what fine is, right?
I thought you were going to have like the letter call out. That was
That was the letter call out. And just in case Beatta did not warn you, I get a $20,000 fine for any FCC violation. So no bad words. So you'll notice I say fork a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
I was afraid to use things like that. Yeah.
I'm glad you were afraid.
Everything is contextual in the right place, but not in the wrong place.
Yeah. My co-hosts have all, except one, had consequences for violating that FCC violation. Ricky Rebel has taken me shopping. That is the consequence. So David, you were talking about where the world is right now, where you have the platform right now. What do you think needs to happen that we have control over to bring us all back into alignment?
Well, that's a tough question because it's a complicated people are complicated anyways, and the world is even more complicated. And the reality, we don't even know what the reality of it is anywhere right now. But we can't do anything about the big stuff, but we have to take stands on the little stuff, which is not little, because nothing is really little. Scale is all relative to what it is. If you put a mouse next to a crumb, the mouse looks big. If you put that mouse next to an elephant, it looks very small. But everything is of the same volume of life. But I think we have to make our own lives better and the people around us. And I think we have to have compassion. And love is a hard word to use because there's so many interpretations to it. But really what love should be, the caring, the consideration of other people, and realizing that everyone is the same as we are, and make your life better by making someone else's life better. And like with me, whatever your talents or your strengths are, with me it's design. With Beatta, it's design, and everybody has something. Look, with you, the talent that you have by bringing to the world all of this amazing people and all of these amazing things. So we have to look into it with what our talents are and create that. I try to make the environment better, because when you have a better environment, you have a better life. The environment that we live in does dictate to us. And I try to make everything that I work with art and value that transcends time, that's timeless overall in its look, no matter what the style, and its quality. And that's, I believe, if we create this environment and this kind of context to people, that it's all one, and don't think of it, well, I'm not going to go there, so it doesn't matter. No, I'm not going to go there, but other people are going to go there. So, yeah. So I think that's kind of where we have to be in making our own little thing, our own little experience with people.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
It's what you can do. That hula hoop thing, within your own hula hoop, what can you do? And I love the connection with, Beatta's about what you're putting on your body, and you're about what you're putting in your surroundings. What are you looking at? That whole top of the bun gratitude sandwich. If you're looking around and you don't like anything that you're looking at, that's on you, right? You have the power to spend $5 on a Starbucks, or save your $5, over a succession of time, and purchase a piece that every time you look at it, you go, I love that, right? That's your choice that you have control over, instead of blaming and shaming and complaining about the big things that you were saying that are around you that you can't change, right? Like, I mean, how many conversations do I have to listen to in the line in a store about what the orange, did, or, anything, like anybody, whether you like it or not, we're not talking about exacts here, but you don't have control over that. But what you do have control over is, I'm going to go to David's studio and take a look around and, put on my wish list for the holidays, something that I look at and I just feel good looking at it. That's up to us, right? The buck stops right over here. So sorry.
Like when you put on cheap clothing, how do you feel about yourself? When you go out disheveled, and when you buy ordinary things, but when you have something designed for you and it expresses you, and when you express yourself that way, if everybody looks at things not like the mass, like don't build, no two houses I've ever designed for anybody have ever been identical or even close, and I'm the same designer. There's me in every design I do, but it's also the client or the need or the requirement or the lot, or, and I think that we have to look at life that way with everything. How you dress, even the food you eat. If we put up with eating really bad food, the government is going to keep giving us bad food. Restaurants will produce bad food. If we don't accept it, if we just say no to that, somebody will find a way to get us what we want. And we should have in our life the quality, because everything in life, even though we're spiritual beings, we're in a physical plane right now. So we need to keep that physical plane in check with our spirituality. We're here for that reason.
Yes, absolutely. And you can you see your home,
Yes.
virtual home?
Oh my goodness, that's some of the things I've done.
Yeah. So
David.
yeah, David, perfect background. This is the designer. Are there any in here that you've done for people that we may know their names that you can actually
I
say?
never name drop. I
Okay.
have to tell you, I feel
So good.
everybody's personal life is their right. If they want to talk about that, I did it for them, but I never name drop because I just
Got
think
it.
yeah.
Yeah. Is there any? I know
But yes,
Beatta
you would know
mentioned.
people who I did some of these things for, but I won't tell you.
Okay. Okay.
I'll
Well,
tell you.
I appreciate that. But if you do something for me, everybody's gonna know, and you're gonna.
It's up to you. But there was the Designer's Challenge Kitchen was just there with the pink and green on the. I'm pointing like you would see my finger.
Yeah,
But,
I can't see your finger. Tell me
but
when
the
to
Designer's
stop.
Challenge
Tell
Kitchen-
me
well,
when to stop.
Go down the other way, the opposite direction. Wait a minute.
Opposite.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
yeah, that way. A little bit further. Wait, a little bit further. A little bit further.
That's it.
This
Oh,
one.
wait a minute. Let me see. It's moving so fast. That one. So the one right next to the picture of Beatta it was the Designer's Kitchen. That was the presentation board that you're showing right now for that.
Okay.
That's a designer I know. And then I think below that there's a picture of the kitchen. Yeah, that's part of the kitchen right there, next to Beatta.
Yes, right now, Marissa, the one on the left.
The Designer's Challenge Kitchen. Yeah, and that's the Designer's
This
Challenge
one.
Kitchen.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one, I have to go. Oh, it's not showing. Anyways, you can go look at it
Yes.
And
at
those
his
doors on the other-
site. And it
Yes.
has oh, there it is. Okay, so it's scrolling on its own, which is why I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
So this is, I can make this bigger. This is the one. Oh no, that's you again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my twin brother.
That's the designer, you know.
That's the other side of
right?
the gentleman. Yeah.
There we go. There we go. Okay. So
Look.
now it should scroll.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was
And
part
this
of
is the one that you won for. Oh, so cute.
Yes. It was a
Very-
house in the Silver Lake area, and it was from the 20s. It was an elegant house. But
Oh, wow. Look at that stove.
Yeah.
That's
It's like
incredible.
watermelon. I love it.
These
Yeah.
were very interesting people. They were young and they traveled the world. They loved folk art and they loved like Sri Lanka and Mexico, and they collected all these bright colored pieces and they wanted them all in the kitchen. So I
See,
designed
this is my style here.
very clean,
Yeah, that's me.
very minimal,
Very clean.
Mhm.
But don't call me a minimalist because
Oh
I'm
no, minimalist. It takes a maximalist to understand minimalist. You know, minimal design is minimal. What they call minimalists. I don't call it that in reality, but that's what everybody calls it. So I'm speaking to people to know. But it's really much harder to design modern right than it is traditional, because a lot of modern design is all proportion. It's all balance. And so much of modern design is not well done because people don't understand that. It's not just taking away embellishment. It's a whole balancing thing. You can't hide. You can hide in traditional mistakes, but you can't hide in modern.
Absolutely. And just to balance it out, I'm
this beautiful-
showing you
beautiful clothing.
Beatta's designs. And I have this jacket. I'm so proud of that. And it has peace on the emblem. And then I also am wearing this one. I'm going to try to get her to give it to me, but we'll see. It's the tiger one. Yeah, it's just beautiful. You can find her, Beatta, Beatta, on here. I think it's,
J collection or Beatta J or Beatta J.
You'll find her. She's very easy to
You can
find.
click on my logo, then it will show you the larger images too. So you can see. Yeah, just click on my logo. Yeah, it should show the rotation.
Ah, perfect.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, just stay on that. Yeah, it rotates. Yeah.
The people that didn't get to see that didn't get to be at the fashion show the other night at the showroom really missed out. I mean, those models and her fashion, they were so perfectly paired up. and they were just, it was such incredible pieces, you know.
Yes.
So people have to watch out for the next show we're going to do.
Yeah, but talking about next show, so you attended our first kind of experimental show. We called it Design in Motion, and I think we had such a great success with that show, and everybody had such a wonderful time.
And Beatta, we're over time. I'm
okay.
sorry. We're going to have to end it right now, but thanks for joining us. Can you put your fingers up? It's all about balance. Peace in, peace out, world peace through.
11. There we go.
Now, there we go. Now go and have the best.
Thank you
day
so much. It's been so much
ever.
Thank
Thank
you. Thank you, Marissa.
Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.